Welcome to another edition of the No1 Podcast, where we explore the journey from no one to number one. Happy you're here, everybody on YouTube, everybody on Instagram. What's up, Jeremiah, the Blake Parker, Nature Boy? What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Nature Boy, 10th Planet, 10P. So, today, I've got great news. I want to talk about how to master the art of selling today. That's what I'm going to get into. But this is a case in point. Okay. So, all right. Got a number one from Nate. What's up, dude? Radman Murphy. Lafredo Paul. What's up? The Human Performance. Happy to see you guys. Talking about the art of selling today, but with regards to my latest sale. Super amped to welcome to the family Coliseum MMA. So you might have, if you're following my socials, I made a post about this. We just signed these guys the other day. This is the Brown family. You might be familiar with the Brown brothers, Walker and Braden, from the viral video where they basically were a bully trap to a Oklahoma football star and bully. Spencer Jones was picking a fight with him and ended up in the hospital. And the DA didn't press charges because he was the one instigating. So anyway, super excited to welcome Braden Brown and Coliseum MMA, and that's his family's gym, to the Scientific Wrestling family. I am so amped on this. These guys are real studs. He's a two-time Oklahoma State folk style champion, Greco champion, freestyle champion. Now we're going to add catch as catch can to his already brutal repertoire, winning repertoire, to weaponize his wrestling. What's up, Marco? Happy to see you, Canada, in the house, man. We got everybody on here. UWC Wrestling, Cult of Personality, John Main, Shibukawa. What's up, guys? Get after it, Gomez. Happy to see you. So, now they had approached me because I've been pushing and selling this affiliation on the socials just like this. In fact, Braden approached me through Instagram. Okay. And he told me what he wanted. He saw the value stack because I was marketing and selling. Does that make sense? So I want to welcome, if you guys don't know, I'm going to share my screen. You guys out on Instagram are going to have to miss this. You can go, I will maybe figure out how to post a Brandon Williams out on YouTube says, let's go. What's up, dude? Happy to see you. So I'm going to post this video. This is from the Joe Rogan podcast. Let me see if I can get this going here. Share screen, Joe Rogan and crew. Share, and here we go.
Video footage of that, it would have ruined that dude's life.
Well, like a more amateur version of it was that thing caught on video where that football player, I think it was in Oklahoma somewhere, is in that bathroom, you know, and him and a guy who clearly you see the ears on this dude. And you're like,
that's the sign that they didn't know back then.
You haven't seen this video?
Oh, dude.
You've seen it.
You've seen it,
Jamie?
What is it? What is it? It's a.
Jamie's already
played it. Yeah, you played it.
Which one is it?
I want to see it so bad.
It's in a bathroom.
What happened?
It's an OU football player, and what happens is,
No, it's there.
Oh, it's there?
Yeah.
Was
You
it really?
see it right here.
And they're talking.
That's the football player on the left.
Oh, I have seen this. Yeah, I remember
this. This is the
now.
guy who clearly
I
trains.
thought it was Ben Askren for a while.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember this. He takes him down, dumps him on the ground.
He ripped his bicep.
He ripped his bicep doing that?
Yeah, he tore his bicep.
He tore his
Picking
own
him
bicep?
up?
Yeah.
Because he's so big.
But meanwhile, look, he's got his back and he's punched him in the face.
Yeah, and then he gets him into a choke.
Look at this guy. Protect the drink.
Yeah, and he chokes him. He's like,
Oh, my God. That's incredible. The dude's trying to punch him.
Those punches don't have
He's trying to punch him. Now he's got him in like a half-assed Americana.
That
And that's
guy's
his buddy?
Yeah, they're brothers.
He's still on top of him. Oh my God.
Yeah.
In the
Cowboy
urinal. Oh, he's dunk his head because he got
Oh, my
bullied. It's
God,
just
they're
so
both beating
righteous.
the fuck
It's
out
so
of him.
They're
righteous.
beating the fuck out of him.
Yeah, man,
it's
don't
big guy
start
energy.
fights
It's
if you
big guy
don't know how to
energy.
fight, man. Don't
It's
do
big
that.
guy energy, and I've seen it so much in my life, especially going to school like Florida State, where a guy's just 6'3" and he decides, I have never had to worry about anyone.
It's jiu-jitsu. It changed the fucking bully game.
Yeah.
You have to fear everyone.
All right. So, okay. Now, I do want to say that in that case, I don't know how much jiu-jitsu had to do with it. I think that was a lot of Braden's folk style. So were you guys on Instagram able to see that okay? I just held it up with my phone. You could go watch that Joe Rogan clip. It's great. So Nature Boy 10th Planet on Instagram asks, let's go Brown Brothers. Where's the academy at? It's in Norman, Oklahoma. So we've got some real beasts. I'm really proud, man. This is our 12th affiliate location for you guys. I am doing my damnedest to push and expand and dominate and get more scientific wrestling out there to you guys. Okay. We're going to be in Phoenix this weekend. If you can make it, show up. Go to coachingcatch.com, sign up, show up. We're going to be grinding 2 days, man. Personal development, professional developments for those of you in the grappling or MMA game. Let's freaking go, dude. Brandon Williams says, I'm in Northern Oklahoma. You got to get down to Norman, dude. Get down to Norman. If you want, DM me or just look up the Coliseum MMA in Norman and reach out to either Braden or Tommy or Walker or somebody in the family and get down there, start training with these guys. That I've already loaded them up with the curriculum. Now they're going to start training. We're going to fast track them, get them up to assistant coach and then full coach, and hopefully get them to elite coach. And if you don't know, once you make it to elite coach, that's where I start paying you. I pay you because we are going to be massively expanding. My ultimate target is to get over 150 affiliates in the next 18 months. To do that, I'm going to need help from people. Obviously, that's why I'm creating the affiliate program, so we can train people to go out on these seminar circuits. We are going full court press. So I am hiring all that. Now, that said, that was because of the art of selling. Okay, MNZ3354. Jake, I tried to buy your War 2.0 in January many times. It didn't work. Do you take any type of credit cards you need? Try it again, because I know that there were some technical difficulties. If you can't get in, and again, that's War Catch Wrestling is the URL. Excuse me. If you can't get in, just hit the support on the site. There's a support link. Okay, so guys, the only way that this is going to expand, now this goes beyond just scientific wrestling, okay? I'm teaching you guys real shit. So scientific wrestling is real shit too, but that's in this very specified domain of MMA and grappling, okay? Which is great. That's my passion. It's my life's purpose. But this is bigger than that even. This is about selling. This is about how do you put food on the table for your family? How do you put your kids through college? How do you pay for a house? How do you cover your own retirement so you're not a burden on other people? Through learning how to sell. Okay? You've got to learn how to sell. Get after it. Gomez. Is this going to be reposted? Lunch is over. Oh, man, you're missing out. Got to go back to work, dude. That's why you got to work for yourself. It will be reposted. You can go. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on YouTube. Just find either my YouTube page or the Scientific Wrestling. I will repost this on the Instagram so you can go back and watch it tonight. So the answer is yes. But it is the art of selling. Okay? Now, in pro wrestling, selling is part of the theatrical jargon of the institutionalization of the deceit in trying to fool people into thinking it was real. You had to learn how to sell. Okay. But That's not what I'm talking about. Even though this is sometimes considered a wrestling podcast, it's mostly predominantly actually a business podcast. And I love to use the wrestling metaphors, and wrestling is a big part of my life. So I talk about it. But I want to talk about the art of selling today. Okay. So this is the podcast where I'm going to teach you that. Ralph the Wise jumping in on Instagram says, I've known the Brown family for years. Those dudes are incredible. I've assisted and taught classes for them. Awesome. By far most intentional best wrestling, grappling, and MMA program in Norman. Dude, now we're going to blow up. These guys are in a never-ending quest for excellence. So now in their pursuit of creating legacy and being a legend, look, they've already gone viral and they're still young dudes. Now they're going to step up with the likes of Scientific Wrestling. Add to it the punishing pins of Wade Schaus, the surgical submissions of Wade or of Billy Robinson, Carl Gotch, the weaponization of folk style. That is what Scientific Wrestling does, man. We just watched the NCAAs. You should, every single one of those cats, if you're not going to go on in that folk style, freestyle vein, and you're going to go into MMA, dude, we have the fast pass. People are cluing into this, man. I've been screaming for 20 freaking years about this. And I'm glad to see guys like the Brown brothers jumping on board, seeing the value and blowing it up. So anyway, there is nothing more important and nothing more powerful than the ability to sell. Because it is the absolute fundamental basis, the foundation of every single business. It's the backbone of every single economy. And it is the key to personal, to individual success. Okay? And if you don't think this applies to you, you're naive. You're not clued in. You have to sell your entire life. And the way your life turns out will be a function of your ability to sell or to not sell. Right? This is Radman Murphy says, love to get something going here in Washington State. Let's go, man. Scientificwrestler.com. Everything's there for you. I can't do it for you. I've already done what I can do what I can do for me, and I can help you and done everything to set it up. You just got to go click a button and commit. That's it. Let's go. Just like the Brown brothers. What's up, Kendo Jedi? Raboni Einstein. Peter Tansey. Happy to see you guys. So everything in your life is going to be dependent upon selling. One of the hardest sales I had to make in my life. Took me over 6 months to close this deal. In fact, it took like a year. I'm talking about the sale that led to the empire that I am building with my family. Okay? My wife marrying me. That was a sale. I'm not being crass. What's up, Kendo Jedi? CWO. Thanks for the number one, buddy. I'm not being crass. I'm being like technical. Yeah, I could be romantic about it. And when I'm talking to my wife, I am. But I'm speaking about sales right now. I had to do the whole deal. The whole deal, man. There's a sales process involved. We'll talk about it. But I had to sell her on me. I had to sell her on me as a partner. I had to sell her on me as a husband, as a father, as a business partner. And I did it. I closed it. 18 years we've been together. Okay. Working with the Brown brothers. Now, he approached me because of my marketing, but I had to close him and his family to sign with us. I'm working on a deal right now with a $10 million a year business to do their sales training. So I've actually got to cut this short too, because I got a meeting at 1:00 with another company. to do their sales training. You ever heard of Rainbow? You ever heard of Rainbow vacuums? You know these? These are like the Tesla of vacuums. These are like $3,000 vacuums. They're insane. My wife bought one 10 years ago. We have the same vacuum. It is insane. It's like they call it the Rainbow cleaning system, and it's like actually a water-based filter. Like so the vacuum pulls the dirt and stuff. It gets pulled through a tank of water, which acts as the filter and cleans it instead of like those crappy filters you got to bang out. Anyway, got to work with those guys. Okay. So how many times in your life have you lost a sale because you didn't know how to actually get the money? Okay. That could be because you got a job in sales. That could be because you are working in retail. That could be because you have your own business. Let's say you're like a housekeeper or a bookkeeper or a masseuse or whatever your business is. And there was going to be money paid to you, but you flubbed it. Right? How many times have you hesitated when you've presented yourself or your product or your service and that potential client or date or whatever just walked away? It happens all the time. And it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because you have to learn how to master the art of selling. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I've been telling you, how many episodes of this show have I done just on sales? You could go back, look at the archives. It's crazy because it's crucial. Okay. So the number one thing, and I already alluded to this, I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you these insights. I'm going to give you these strategy. But number one, first, you've got to actually have a process. Whether you're trying to find a wife or a life partner, or or a husband, you're trying to get somebody to buy a pack of gum, or in my case, a $50,000 a year training package for sales for their business, you've got to have a sales process. You have to have a structured approach so you could stay on track and close these deals consistently, and you know where you are in this process. Okay. Ideally, you want a process that is not deceptive. You want your client you want to be able to say, hey man, this is the process. I'm going to walk you through this. This is how I'm going to sell you. And they have no problem with it because it's ethical. Because without a sales process, you're winging it. And it ain't going to cut it. All right. According to a study in the Harvard Business Review, companies with a defined sales process had an 18% greater revenue growth than those who didn't have a defined sales process. 1/5, almost 20% more money, more sales, just by having a sales process. What does that look like? What is a sales process? Okay, you got to have, here, I'll rattle off the one that I use. This is it. I'm telling it to you. Now, having me tell you versus having me coach you are two different things. I can tell you, just like anything. You can go buy every DVD and video on technique and ideas. That's great. We live in the information age. You can get all that stuff. Coaching is what's going to make you accountable. Coaching is going to get you training, going to improve your abilities. Man, Zeiss says, I'm in school now. Okay. I appreciate that. Not sure how that's relevant, but stay in school. I mean, I don't know what you're studying. Hope it's not basket weaving or gender studies. Hope you make some real money with what you're doing. But what is that process? First, you got to have you got to get in the right attitude. Like, you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your company. You got to believe in your product or service. 2, you got to have a killer greeting. Hey, I'm Jake. How can I help you? What can I get you some information on? 3, you got to do the fact finding, the detective work. You got to figure out, does this person actually have the means? Are they qualified to buy? Are they on the right product? Maybe they came in looking for a Tesla, but maybe a BMW is better for them. I mean, I'm just making shit up to give you these examples. So you got to have your attitude right. First and foremost, got to believe in yourself, your product, your company. You got to figure out your greeting. Hey, I'm here to help you. What can I get you information on? You got to dig in. You got to get nosy. You got to find out. Hey, man, when's the last time you did something like this? Oh, never. How come? Oh, awesome. Let's get you set up. Oh, you don't actually need this. You need that. Fact finding, appraisal, or qualification, whatever you want to call it. Product selection. Then you got to demo it. And you've got to know your product and service inside and out. So when they start asking questions, you know how to handle the questions. Okay? Because those questions very well could be objections. You got to know how to overcome them because you have product knowledge and you have experience in overcoming those objections. Then you got to try to close them. Hey, man, you got enough information to make a decision? What card do you want to put that on? Then you got to, after you get them a demo, you got to write up your proposal. Every time, give them the proposal. This is what I propose, this is what I'm going to do. It's in writing. Here you go. Well, let's do this. Then they look at that and they negotiate. Oh, well, this, that, and the other thing. Oh, I need my wife. Oh, I've got to, I want this and not that. Okay, negotiate. Then you got to close. Then you deliver the product. White glove, man. Then you got to follow up. Whether you actually closed them, you follow up. Or if you did close them, you follow up. Service. High-end white glove service. Okay? That is a sales process. So now you heard me mention the close. Super important. Some people would say it's the most important part. Now, if you don't have all the other parts, you won't get to the close. But the close is important because that's where you ask for the money, for the positive sum exchange. What's a positive sum? In game theory, mathematical game theory, a positive sum is a win-win situation. Okay? For example, you like my shirt and you have $20. You like it more than your $20. I like your $20 more than my shirt. You give me the $20. I'm happy because I like your $20 more than you like my shirt. You're happy because you like my shirt more than your 20, and we leave a win-win. Okay? That's the close. That winner's exchange. But this is where people fail. Most people can't close. Okay? But listen, I got you covered. Super duper simple, easy formula to help you close more deals, right? Number 1, identify the needs and the wants or the pain points or the problems they have. That's the fact finding. 2, show them how your product or your service or you can satisfy those needs, wants, or solve the problem or alleviate the pain. And then finally, ask to do business. Ask to get into business together, to work together. Tell them the terms. But dude, if you don't ask, you don't get. Remember, you miss 100% of the shots that you never take. Okay? Now, I touched on this real briefly. You got to handle objections, man. If you don't know how to handle objections, that means 1, you got no guts, or 2, you don't know your product. You're not actually a pro. You're a novice still. You don't know everything about the product. This is why people think sales is all about like personality and charisma. And dude, that shit, that's the least important. Some of the greatest salespeople I know are not crazy high D on a disc assessment people like me. Really drivers, really dominant. That's me. But most of the excellent sales guys that I've either trained or known, like the legends, dude, they're quiet ninjas, dude. But it's the product knowledge that helps them. Once they got a process, they've got the product knowledge that helps them overcome objections, right? Because objections, dude, are natural. And as such, you've got to be prepared to handle them and handle them well. Okay? So one technique that you'll see this once you start digging. There's a million. In fact, Grant's got one of the greatest books. Maybe I'll talk about it. It's all about just closing. It's like a whole. It's the most thorough book on the subject. Grant Cardone. Hit me up in the DMs. I can send you the link, all that kind of stuff. But one of the most powerful ways to overcome this is something called feel, felt, found. Okay, and all that is that when the objection is raised, you acknowledge, you agree with the client, always agree. And then not only that, you add a little bit of oomph on top of it. You go the extra mile and you'd say, hey, I agree. I understand that. And you know what? You're not the first person to tell me that, to raise that, right? You bring in how others have felt the same way. And then you present a solution and you explain how those other people overcame that how you overcame the objection with that. Does that make sense? I feel I feel what you're saying. I agree. I felt that way, or they felt this way too. But what I've found is XYZ. Simple. Okay. Now, here's where the real juice happens. In the follow-up. I am like a dog with a bone. If you tell me you're interested, dude, and I believe in what I'm selling, you're going to get sold. It may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen in a month or even a year, but it will happen. I will stay on you because I know it's the right thing for you. Okay. This is like my marriage. I met my wife, got her phone number, but she was traveling for her job. And so she was gone. And so I just got her phone number and started talking to her. It took 6 months to get my first date. Closed the deal. We were never separate after that. And probably another 6 months later, we were married. It took 1 year for me to close that deal. Okay. Greatest deal in my entire life. Best deal I ever made. But that was because of follow-up, right? Follow-up is absolutely crucial. Like I say, Grant Cardone calls it the holy grail. Once you get a lead, you got to follow up. But the problem is nobody realizes this in sales. And this is why most people fail. Because they don't follow up consistently. Okay. According to the National Sales Executive Association, 80%, this is the vast, overwhelming majority, 80% of sales require at least 5 follow-up calls after the initial meeting. But 44%, nearly half, give up after just 1 follow-up. Don't be one of them. 80% require 5 follow-ups, but half, 44%, only do 1 follow-up, according to the National Sales Executive Association. Make sure that you follow up and be consistent and persistent. Okay? Now, I opened up that sales process talking about attitude. I want to talk about, to wrap this up, I want to talk about the mindset of being a successful salesperson, business person, right? To be successful in sales, you have to have a positive, you have to be an optimist. You have to have a positive attitude. You have to have an unrelenting work ethic. And you have to have that never give up mentality. That's why I think wrestlers and combat athletes always tend to do well when it comes to selling. I mean, shit, look at George Foreman, man. All those grills. Selling is tough. And you are going to get rejected. You're going to face setbacks. But it's just like life, man. It's how you respond to those challenges that determine your success. Okay? So, that's it. Hopefully some powerful insights for you guys, some strategies to help you master the art of selling. Okay? Remember, this is truly the most important skill you can possess. That's my opinion. That's why I live my life doing it. I vote with my dollars. I live this life. Learn this stuff so you can take your life to the next level. All right? So, until next time, let's stay hungry, let's stay focused, and keep selling. Keep selling. All right, I'm going to turn it over to questions. I appreciate you guys all letting me go crazy here. We got Paul. Ooh, we got another Scientific Wrestling affiliate out there. Paul Garcia, rocking and rolling, dude, with the youngsters, dude. He's like a champion factory up there in northern Colorado. By the way, Alvarez killing it, champion NCAA, putting northern Colorado wrestling on the map. Congratulations. But Paul, great to see you. Says, good stuff, coach. Helps a ton. Thank you. Yeah, we've got a bunch of affiliates. Have Braden's on here. Just saw him jump on. What's up, brother? Welcome to the team. And who else? Oh, we've got Black Flag down in Phoenix. Going to be there next week. That's an affiliate. Got Paul Garcia up in Sterling, Colorado. I think I saw Marco Carbone from Scientific Wrestling Canada. Dude, we're blowing up. Guys, you want to get involved? You want me to help you blow up your business? scientificwrestler.com. That's if you're in the grappling space. No1 Coaching, spelled like this, no1coaching.com. Help you with your brick and mortar. I'm helping excuse me, man, got something stuck in my throat today. Helping a roofing company right now, helping a funeral pre-need company, helping a tree trimmer. Man, I blew this tree trimmer's business up, by the way. And you want to talk about sales? He kept telling me no. And I'm like, dude, I know I'm going to help you. In 1 month, in the first month, we doubled the size of his company and doubled his revenues. I got the text. You ask me, I'll send it to you. That's on businesses outside of grappling. Okay? Hit me up, guys. I'm here to help you. I'm going to head out of here. I got actually the Rainbow people up on next. Hopefully I can grab a bite to eat before I jump on there. Busy. This weekend, get to Phoenix, man. Get out to the Black Flag Submission Company in Glendale, home of the Super Bowl this year. I don't think Rihanna's going to be at this one, though. But Coach Gil, all of us, Coach Sam Crescent, myself, the whole crew there, that whole Phoenix scene. Now we got 2 affiliates there trying to expand. We've really got a lock on the Sun Belt. We are working on getting into the Northeast. We've as high north as we go is Windsor, Ontario, Canada. That's Scientific Wrestling Canada. But this weekend, get out there, man. Last weekend at Black Flag, they had the Arizona King of Catch Wrestling Championships. Super fun, dude. Super great matches if you were able to catch it. They streamed it on Instagram. You might want to follow their page at az.catchwrestling so you can catch that stream. Anyway, come visit us. You can sign up, register. There's still spots available. coachingcatch.com. Again, Scientific Wrestler will blow it up. Welcome again to our newest affiliate out of Norman, Oklahoma. We've got the Braden Brown and the Brown brothers and the Brown family at Coliseum MMA in Norman. Super excited to have them. We've got gyms in Prescott, Arizona. We've got them in Phoenix, Arizona, San Diego. Where else? I mentioned Windsor, Orlando, Sacramento. That might move to South Carolina. I mean, dude, blowing up. If I can help you, hit me up in the chat. Make sure I didn't miss any comments here. I don't think I did. All right, guys, I appreciate you. I'm here to help you. Spread the word. If we can help you, I'm here to do so. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.